Objectives of this online paper presentation are to find out endothelial cell infection that emerging as key threats in COVID-19 in addition with respiratory diseases, and to discuss mechanism behind the effects of severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. How does the novel coronavirus infect the endothelium and what is the mechanism behind it? Protein modeling suggests that this spike protein give great affinity to the receptor angiotensinogen converting enzyme 2 on human cells to use them as mechanism of cell entry. Initially, this spike protein priming occurs by transmembrane protease. Then, after attached to the target cell, the cell's protease cuts and open the spike protein of virus. Then it exposes the fusion peptide and then release RNA into the cell. It forces the cell to produce more copies of the virus. The spike protein of the novel coronavirus attached to the ACE2 receptor present on the host cell membrane responsible for mediating infection. Healthy individuals, angiotensinogen is converted into angiotensinogen 1 with the help of hormone renin. Then this AT1 is converted into AT2 with the help of angiotensinogen converting enzyme 1 receptor present in the cell membrane. Then this AT2 stimulate type 1 angiotensin 2 receptor to secrete pro-inflammatory, pro-apoptosis, pro-fibrosis substances from the cell. Then this AT2 with the help of ACE2 receptor present on the cell membrane to stimulate heptapeptide angiotensin to secrete anti-inflammatory, anti-apoptosis, anti-fibrosis substances from the cell. But in individuals with COVID-19, there are some disturbances during usual process. After binding of spike protein of the novel coronavirus with ACE2 receptor present on the host cell membrane, it causes inhibition of heptapeptide angiotensin. Due to ACE2 infusion, it causes activation of pro-inflammatory, pro-apoptosis, pro-fibrosis substances, which leads to acute respiratory distress syndrome and a pulmonary edema. Let us consider some cases for better clarification. Case 1. A male patient of 71 years who undergo renal transplantation was admitted with history of dyspnea, fever, hypotension and confusion, which tested positive for COVID-19. After 8th day of admission, he died with multi-organ failure. Postmortem analysis of transplanted kidney by electron microscopy revealed viral inclusion in endothelial cells. There was also accumulation of inflammatory cells associated with endothelium as well as apoptotic bodies in the small intestine and lungs. Case 2. A female patient of 58 years admitted with history of diabetes, arterial hypertension and obesity. She also developed respiratory failure due to the novel coronavirus. On the day of 16th of admit, she died due to the circulatory failure as well as cardiac arrest. Postmortem histology revealed lymphocytic endothelitis in lungs, heart, kidney with liver cell necrosis. A male patient of 69 years admitted with history of hypertension who developed respiratory failure as a result of COVID-19. Circulatory collapse occurred with this patient with mesenteric ischemia. So, small intestine resection was performed. The patient was survived, but the histology of the small intestine resection revealed prominent endothelitis of the submucosal vessels and apoptotic bodies. From above cases, it is clear that there is direct viral infection of the endothelial cell. The virus uses ACE2 receptor expressed by the pneumocytes in the epithelial alveolar lining to infect the host, which causes lung injury. ACE2 receptor is expressed widely on endothelial cells, traverse multiple organs. So, recruitment of immune cells by direct viral infection causes endothelial dysfunction associated with apoptosis. Findings conclude that there is presence of viral elements within endothelial cells and an accumulation of inflammatory cells with evidence of endothelial and inflammatory cell death during COVID-19. This infection also facilitates the induction of endothelitis in several organs as a direct consequence of viral involvement. It also induces apoptosis and pyroptosis, which have an important role in endothelial cell injury in patients with COVID-19. COVID-19 endothelitis could explain the systemic impaired microcirculatory function in different vascular beds and their clinical sequelae in patients with COVID-19. This hypothesis also provides a rationale for therapies to stabilize the endothelium while tackling viral replication, particularly with anti-inflammatory, anti-cytokine drugs, ACE inhibitors, and statins. This strategy could be particularly relevant for vulnerable patients with a pre-existing endothelial dysfunction associated with male sex, smoking, hypertension, diabetes, obesity, and established cardiovascular diseases. From above discussion, it is proved that if soluble ACE2 attached to the spike protein of the novel coronavirus, it blocks the further mechanism of cell entry. In other way, if anti-ACE2 antibody block the ACE2 receptor present on the host cell membrane, it also causes inhibition of the entry of the novel coronavirus into the cell. With this, I conclude. Thank you.